Hey there, it's Jess, your Superstore Director, and I wanted to just show you how to fill out an order form because in your starter kit, you'll be getting 100 of these, and this is how you place an order manually for your customers. So if they want to place an order, we can take credit card, check, which they will write out to you, and then you will pay in your workstation with your debit card where the money is being placed into your bank, and that debit card is attached to that money. So I always suggest for you to, if you can, have a separate bank account or checking account or savings that has a card just for that, where you put money in and use just for your business. Unless you're exceptionally disciplined and you're not going to spend other people's money before you close your order. So, okay, so it's very important to make sure that they fill out all of this. The reason why is because you need to be able to contact your customer when the order is ready to be delivered, if there's any issues with their credit card. Now, big important information: when you are calling your customer or client to let them know that their credit card didn't go through for any reason, the workstation will say unauthorized or declined. You don't want to call your customer saying your credit card was declined. It's kind of offensive, and they can take offense. So what you'd want to say is, I'm having issues processing your credit card. Can I run over the number and information to make sure I have it accurately? Most of the time, they will know that there's something wrong, like maybe they spent the money before you processed it. That is a big reason why we have 5 days from the day you receive an order and their payment to process it. That's one of the reasons, because the longer you wait, the more likely they'll forget they placed an order and actually spend the money. So that's one reason. And second is because when you have a hold of people's money, it's more likely for you to misplace it and their information to be put somewhere that it's not supposed to. And it also needs to be processed in a timely manner, because it takes about 7 to 10 business days to actually receive the order. So the longer you wait to process the order, the longer they get their product. So let's get to filling out an order form. We said we need all of this information written out. It is so important to make sure you put the date of the order, because you think it's not going to matter now, but when you come across when you need to follow up with these people and see if they need more product later on, when's the last time they ordered, you need to know when that order was placed. Second, you want to put the name of the party that it is in. If it's an actual host that hosted the party, you want to know whose that is. So it kind of reminds you who it's connected to. So if your host was Cindy Sue, you want to put the host with Cindy Sue, and then you'll remember where you met that person if they are a total stranger to you. And then always put your name on here, because you want them to always be able to connect with you later. On the back of these order forms, you'd want to get yourself a stamp made. You can get from the Scentsy Vistaprint link in your workstation, or just simply slap a label on it or write your information, because this one right here is the one you're going to give them when they place the order. So they have basically reference and something to validate that you have their money and that you have placed a transaction with them. Excuse me. At the bottom, it says white copy is the Scentsy consultant. So this is the copy that you're going to keep for up to 2 years for your records. Okay, consultants are by law obligated to share to save the white copy for 2 years for your just records, in case you ever got audited, to show that you did have orders coming through. The next 2 pages, the next page is the yellow. This is the delivery. So when you actually deliver the item, you're going to also put another order form inside the order. So this is validating that you are delivering the order. The back 2 pages, there's going to be So remember we said that this one is when you're placing the order. This is basically if you have something on back order, you are delivering partial of it, partial order, and then you have another receipt to deliver the full item. It's just an extra receipt in case maybe 2 people ordered on one order form, so you give them both a receipt. If you are doing a fundraiser and you're using these order forms, for instance, you can give your fundraiser coordinator 1 copy and then you get the rest until you deliver. Or at a party, you can give your hostess a copy of all of the orders so they know exactly where their party total is at, and then you keep the rest, these other ones, until you deliver. So that's why there's extra copies. Okay, now that you have all this information, make sure you try to get the email. Just let them know that the email is just going to keep them updated once a month. You're going to have a newsletter that while you're entering it into the workstation, it's going to ask you, do you want a newsletter subscriber? Make sure you always select yes if you have an email. They have the option to unsubscribe, okay? And then also another reason why you want them to fill this out is because you want to tell them that we have a lifetime warranty on our warmers and diffusers and our new Scentsy Go. So in order to make sure that their warranty is valid, you need their full billing and mailing address. Usually people will give it to you if you tell them for that reason. Okay. Now, filling out an order form. The quantity is how many items they're going to have of that same item. And then the product description. So you're going to write down the name of the product. So if it's a car bar, you'll put car bar and then the fragrance there. The unit, so that cost, so you'll put $6 for a car bar. And then the total. So if there's 2, it's $6, but then the total cost will be $12, right? Because there's 2 units of that $6 item. In your catalog, this is the spring summer 2017, so it's going to look different depending on when you're looking at this video, but there's always a combine and save section. Now it may look different than this, but combine and save. So you'll find your combine and save. Now this is where your clients are going to get more bang for their buck. So if they decide to purchase a Perfect Scentsy, you will write perfect 1 quantity, Perfect Scentsy, the cost of how much it is. So if they chose the Perfect Scentsy that is 2 nightlight warmers, which is $20, then it's $60. So you're going to put Perfect Scentsy, and then the unit cost is going to be $60 right here. And then you are going to list the items in that package. So 1 will say Tea Rose Nightlight, $20. And then you're going to put a 0 here because the price right here is how much is already paid for these items. But this listing it here is going to show your customer the discount they're getting. So you're showing them the retail of what it would be if it wasn't in this package up above, okay? Then you'll list the next nightlight. Then you'll list, because 6 bars come with the Scentsy system, a Perfect Scentsy. You'll list how many of which bar they want. So if they wanted 2 Luna, you'll put 2 Luna bars, and that's the top cost would have been $10, and you push 0 here, so they see. Then if they added up all this retail, they'll see they're going to get $10 off. And then anything additional not in the package, you just list, okay? Down here is the subtotal. The shipping is only if you do not have a qualified party and the orders are not being shipped to you. When you have an order shipping to one location, which if these orders are in town, I always suggest for it to be shipped to you, the consultant, for a couple reasons. 1, so the whole order comes to you and it's free shipping if it's over $200 and qualified. And then 2, so you can label and package everything, put a little thank you card in it, make it personal, and you can, I have actually a new consultant texting me right now. Let's see, I have no idea what plugins are. They are the small night lights that go directly in the wall. Okay, so that's a brand new consultant that just joined literally about 30 minutes ago, not even. And if your question is, what is a night light? Since she asked, I'm going to go ahead and make sure. These small ones like this that go directly into the wall are the night lights. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to text her a picture. So she knows what they look like. So anyways, it's so important on that note is to, when you get your catalogs in your starter kit, again, this may not be the one that you, that we're in the season. I'm making this in the spring of 2017. We're actually, wow, that's my dog. We're actually ending the season in 2 days. So tomorrow actually is our last day. So we're going into the fall season. So there'll be a new catalog. Now, if you happen to be watching this during a transition month, which is August or February, you will get both seasons catalogs and testers. Now, if you get your kit after the one season is over, which she just actually joined today, so she's not going to get her kit until after the fall season starts and spring is over. So what I told her is she can use these for marketing. She can write, you know, a sticker and say, these catalogs are no longer available. Please contact me for a current catalog. And she can just slap her label on the back and then pass these out everywhere for marketing purposes. So they don't have to be wasted. It's a great way to send information and get your name out there without wasting your current catalogs. So it's still a good marketing tool. Now, the testers that aren't available anymore, still put those aside because they may come back in a promotional season, like our Bring Back My Bar promotion, which is in July and January. So then you'll have testers for those promotions, or those same testers may come back in the spring again or the fall, depending on when you're when you are joining. So don't throw those away. They definitely can be used. Okay. So moving on with your order form, the tax is the tax in your area where the order is being sent. So if this order is being sent somewhere else to another state, they're having it shipped as a gift, you have to find out what the tax is in that state. Now, once you enter it into your workstation, it will tell you the tax of that location because you're going to put that address in the workstation and click direct ship. Okay, so then you'll know what the tax is for that. Otherwise, again, if all the orders are being shipped to you locally, it's free. Okay, and the order is over $200 total. That's a qualified party, which means you are eligible for host rewards, which they'll pop up on the workstation, and that's another video. And you will be active for the month. So you always want to strive to get 200 because you're going to get free and half off items if you are collecting orders for yourself, which you generally are when you're starting your business. So you always want to strive to get at least $200 in these orders, okay? Especially now. But here's the thing, you don't have these order forms yet as a brand new consultant. But you could still be placing orders and collecting orders from your website, okay? So you don't have to wait around to get order forms or testers. You can be rocking and rolling and selling your product right now, okay? Make sure you pay attention to what you need on the credit card. You're going to need the name, how it's written on the credit card. So if there's a middle initial, you need to make sure that that middle initial is there. Credit card number, the billing zip code. That's another reason why you would need the billing zip code up here, is because you need it for your credit card. My cousin she will not stop messaging me. Annie, I will get to you in a minute. Expiration date and the CVC code, the security code on the back, which is the 3-digit code, and then obviously a signature. Now, at the very bottom, you'll see it says, you, the buyer, may cancel this transaction at any time prior to the midnight of the 3rd business day after the date of this transaction. See the notice of the cancellation on the back of this form for an explanation of this right, cancellation date. So the date of the order that you're taking it, you'll just add 3 days, and that's what the date will be right there. And then make sure that you as the consultant read the back, because they do have the ability to exchange with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. And you need to know that you are actually responsible for that as the consultant. And how that works is that you can either purchase them a new product, take the warmer back. Let's say they don't like the warmer, and you can sell that warmer off to get your money back. Or you can send it back, have the customer pay for the shipping, which I don't recommend, but if you have to and you can't afford to write that off as a business expense, you can either split the cost of the shipping, or you could pay for it yourself and again, write it off as a business expense, as a gift to your customer, send it back, and then reorder. They'll give you a credit on your workstation, and then you can reorder the warmer that they're looking for or product that they're exchanging. And so again, this is the policy of the canceling the transaction within the 3 business days, and then more information on that cancellation. So make sure you read this, and then if you have any questions, contact myself or your sponsor. Okay, so it's very simple how to write the order form out. And just be as neat as possible, obviously, so you can read your own handwriting. And then also the second reason is because you want to think of your customers as future consultants or hostesses. So they're one day going to have to write out an order themselves, because they're going to be hosting for you and collecting orders from people that they know and passing them back to you for hostess rewards. And then when they become a consultant, they'll already know how to fill out an order form. Okay, I hope that's simple enough. Again, email me back with any questions or contact your sponsor, and we're happy to help. Bye.